Welcome students. So in today's class we shall be discussing about the storage and codification of drugs. How these drugs are to be organized and kept in a retail pharmacy. So let us first discuss the storage, how these drugs are being stored. The drugs are stored in a drugstore must be arranged in such a way that they are easily traceable and when required, so that they can be easily traced out. If a person asks us about that a customer wants a paracetamol, so we can easily trace where that particular drug is being placed. For this purpose, following methods are used. Number one, according to the manufacturers, we can store the drugs as per the manufacturers. So this is how the drugs are arranged in a drugstore manufacturer wise. Just for an example, consider the drugs manufactured by a particular company known as Glaxo. They are placed at a one place, that is in a one cupboard. On that particular cupboard, we will be marked that these drugs are manufactured by Glaxo. So we are having a visual thought where these are placed, so that we can easily trace that. Next is according to the pharmacology collection. In this method, medicines are divided according to their pharmacological action, and drugs of one group are placed at one in a cupboard, and likewise the others are placed and stored in separate cupboard. For example, all the antipyretics, they are stored at one place, then all the antacids at another place, then all the hypoglycemics at a separate place. So this is how they are stored as per their pharmacological action. The third one is alphabetically. In this method, drugs are placed alphabetically. All we know that A to Z. The drugs with letter A are placed in another cupboard. Out of the above methods, storing of drugs manufacturer wise is most popular and convenient method. So mostly the drugs are being stored on the basis of, we can say, on manufacturer, because it is easier to locate them. Now comes the codification part, how these are codified and how they are retraced. Codification is a process of assigning of code symbol or a number to a particular material for easy identification. Advantages of codification. Number one, ambiguity in description is avoided, because there are no there is not a single code for two different products. So every product ID is unique in its case. So ambiguity or doubling is always avoided, cannot occur. The length in description is minimized, because a code may contain only alphabet and numbers which are 2 to 3 in digits, so they can easily be stored out. The codes ensures secrecy of items lying in the store. So anyone outside the store cannot easily recognize the particular code and identify the item. It maintains the secrecy. It prevents duplication. We already had discussed this. It standardizes the purchasing as well as storage, because if a particular code is assigned to a particular product, then during the purchase order, the only codes will be mentioned which will standardize the purchasing procedure. It reduces the varieties. It makes purchasing, recording, accounting, costing, location, indexing, inspection efficient and result producing. So it assures the planned and quality production. Overall codification helps out in a better planning and quality production. So codification is essential feature of a retail drugstore. Now we will discuss the various methods of codification, how this codification is achieved. The first one is alphabetical method or letter code method. In this system, letters are chosen to represent particular classification. So English letters are used. Obvious, it consists of 26 letters. So each position in the code has 26 possible letters. This method is useful when store contains only few items. So if your store is small and the products are not in large quantity, you can apply this method. For example, T represents a tablet and C represents a capsule. This method is simple, but if lacks flexibility and expansion. There is not any flexibility and we cannot expand this, because by expanding we can create more problems or doubling. The next one is mnemonic method. Main disadvantage of this method is that the material cannot be identified without making the reference to the code index. So, I had already started it from the disadvantage, because we have to maintain a code index for this. Every time to locate an item, we have to refer the code index. When we use letters to help memory, we call such systems a mnemonic system. In this method, letters of alphabet are used to describe an item. For example, AT represents aspirin tablet, whereas ATP represents the aspirin tablet of paracetamol, which are in combination. AT for aspirin or ATP for aspirin and paracetamol both. So, we have to memorize such things. The third one is numerical or sequence method. Now, this is an important and most widely used method. In this method, separate numbers are given to different classification of store items. This involves the use of following methods. It involves number 1, the decimal system. In this system, numbers are given in such a way that each digit represents subgroups of previous gifts or previous orders. Code number, for example, let us consider this example. We can see the code number 16.1 here, and then 16.11, then 16.111, which are assigned to 3 different tablets belonging to the analgesic group of 16.1. So, 16.1 is an analgesic group and these are 3 tablets. For example, 16.1 represents analgin, 16.11 Dispirin, and 16.111 represents paracetamol. So, 16 is the analgesic group and 16.1, 16.2 and 16.11 and 16.111. These are the different tablets in that. The main advantage is its capacity to expand and accommodate new items. So, new items can easily be coded and accommodated under the same heading. The disadvantage is that it is being cumbersome or it is being complex to use. It is not easier for everyone to remember these codes and to use them. The next comes the block system. In this method, numbers are reserved for specified classification. For example, 101 to 300 are reserved for a tablet and 301 to 500 are reserved for capsules. Similarly, from 501 to 800, they may be reserved for syrups. We can reserve the specified classification. The last one is the combination method. In this method, both mnemonic and numerical methods are involved combined. For example, code 8300 represents the aspirin tablet of 300 mg and 8301 is allotted to aspirin tablet of 600 mg. Similarly, location coding method. In big organization, there are large number of stores and each store may be quite large in size. So, the store rooms are divided in blocks. Each block is identified by literal block letter and a longitudinal letter. So, it is better mainly for large stores. In this, the lateral block letter and a longitudinal letter are being used. Within each block, every row is divided vertically into 2 columns and horizontally into shelves. For example, if this is a particular block, it is usually divided into 2 vertical rows, these are, and into various horizontal shelves. Each and every shelf is given a particular number. For example, this is S1, this is S11, this is S111 and this is S4. So, this is S2, S22, S222 as 4 times 2. So each and every shelf is given a particular number. The location of item can be identified from warehouse number, block number, row number, column number, rack number and the shelf number. So it is easier and it is mostly applied in the big organization where large number of items are being stored. So students, that was all about the codification. In our next class, we shall be studying about the pricing of materials and how the retail prices are being fixed. So till then, revise the codification methods and learn them so that you can use them whenever you open your own drugstore.